So I'm going to share it onto Facebook.
I can feel it. Wait, you see aisle 7. You'll remember that I said 3, 2, 1, go, and then hang on. Wait a second. I did. I'm thinking aisle 7. I like to see that though.
So I'm going to try things. First, not using anything from aisle 9, using the juicer.
Oh my god.
I'm making a spicy grilled lamb one, juiced pepper yogurt, and hot spicy hummus. Now let's make it hurt your mouth. Judges try.
Alright, we've got one person already. Sorry I haven't been here. Oh, it's alright.
Who said that?
Mousa. He's back. I understand that people have their own lives and they're not going to be on every single night. But I appreciate it when you stop on by. My sweetheart just shared it with the group, and I'm going to share it with Facebook. But I'm also doing it differently.
3, 2, 1.
Now it's time for cooking. I can make a best steak from her.
You know, the real winner usually is the guy getting it.
We're gonna.
Oh man, my stomach.
There it goes.
Layer, there's holes in it. 24 minutes.
Nope.
My big mercy dish is going to be a spicy ghost pepper sauce.
Wow, I made extra special face right there.
Juiced pepper yogurt and a little bit of eggplant ragu.
Alright. Share it onto Facebook.
Because I want to make a hot pepper spicy yogurt.
Woo, we got 4 people in the chat right now.
Let's juice all of these.
My goodness. What?
She juiced the hot chilies. So
I am really nervous. I am nervous.
After I have my yogurt filled and the lamb is cooking, I decided to start making the hummus. So I take the garbanzo beans, I put them in the food processor, with a little bit of the tahini, and just aggressively season it with ghost pepper salt. And I take the actual chilies and the oil, because I want to bring the heat.
Grab hummus off my things I like in life.
Huh.
That's gonna suck. Terrible quotes like
What on earth is going on here?
Chef, what are we making here?
I think they call it chicken.
You got time? You gonna be ready?
Yes. I don't have time and curry from scratch. I have to use the canned curry. I add coconut milk and margarine paste. The umami is like a paste that you craving to eat it non-stop, that you want it more and more. While the chicken and the curry cook, I have to cut all the vegetables. It's not a curry without a bunch of vegetables. Oops, sorry. I'm really nervous because Antonia, she's the best of the best.
Hello. Well, there's 4 people on, which means they're going to be sticking around for a second. I'm also going to be sharing to my groups here. So we're going to go. And we're going to go to Pornhub. And we are going to Censored and FAFO group. And the What the Fuck Portland group. And YouTube.
that sound was Lotus loving the post played.
Say what?
So I'm thinking she'll probably be here soon.
Of her triple B career. She is an incredible chef. She's also from southern Thailand, where spicy food lives. But spicy with no.
All right, let's go.
Well, aisle 9.
You know, when I turn off my tablet, it's meant to stay off. Oliver, no! Get away from the door. Arrgh. All right. Gonna use you guys as a flashlight. All right, she's still down on the ground. That's good. And she's not quite... Which is also bad because, you know, we want to get our hands on that moat. So the weekend is drawing near, and with it, our...
Family.
No, because we already had 2 days off. Sort of.
We gotta get up at like 5 on Saturday.
Yeah, well, we had to get up at 3 on Monday. Take a little trip to fucking hospital.
Yeah, but then we gotta go home and go back to bed.
Alright. Wow, nobody's very talkative tonight. Ray's holding up the whole thing. He's trying so hard. Okay, first up is our Theraphosa gal. This little monster is definitely a sight to behold. What the hell is the male doing? Ooh, that didn't feel healthy. Oh. There she is. That big booty with legs is a Theraphosa apopsis, or a Goliath pinkfoot or pink leg tarantula, not Goliath pink toe, because some idiot scientist out there thought that the Avicularia deserved that particular namesake, though they are not massive. But oh well. For those that don't know, we get into detail, sort of, how to keep and manage pets. Generally speaking, it's all about moisture, ta-da, temperature, and predation, with a little bit of dirt sprinkled in. Like I stated, tomorrow I'm thinking about, not quite sold on it, but thinking about starting to do squats with the 50-pound kettlebell that we have. Theraphosa apopsis need to have a lot of humidity, especially as they draw near to their growth cycle. Their next step in the grand design of their lives.
Wow.
What?
Well, Justin.
What did he say?
Well, Lotus said, what's that smell? Maybe another whale turd. And Justin said, could be from their ass sitting on it all day. You taking a shower or have this been 3 days yet?
Oh, Justin!
That was 100 for
Jesus. All right. You're all out of butts. Really, Kat? You're gonna act like he is some intruder?
What?
Oh, as soon as Munchkin saw freaking Marcus start going to hide in the back. Go on. There you go. Go get him.
You gonna chase Marcus down?
No, he's already been talked to.
I know, that's a joke.
I'm actually still at work right now.
How?
Isn't it a little bit late?
Are you making those poor kids run until midnight? I really don't know what he's doing.
All right. Well, so far, no standing back pain. Usually my back pain starts when I lay down.
You know, there's one stretch you should probably do every once in a while. That's the touching your toes stretch.
You just want to see me bend over. Oh, tomorrow is Meet the Teacher Day. I wish we'd have sent him some Critter Cult merchandise. He could have it hanging on his wall. Gosh darn it. So this is our green bottle blue female. You know how much of a failure as a predator you have to be? Droves of dead insects in your cage, child. Oh, that's literally part of the decor now. Now, when it comes to this is one of the more complex varieties that you can get because this particular tarantula does not just go on the ground, does not just need humidity. It is kind of a mix match of various climate conditions that it needs to have exist in its enclosure. You need to mist this one's cage once every other day to every 3 days to make sure that the humidity is on par for where it would naturally be inclined to live in the wild. You see, this tarantula is typically found on a peninsula in Venezuela. That's what I read anyway, okay? Sue me if I get it wrong. Or better yet, sue Google. Framed Army commendations for my time in Iraq and Afghanistan. That's actually a very valid question. Sugar Daddy Durs, what grade do you teach, man?
Or what subject?
Ooh, that's another one. Bet you he teaches history. Technically speaking, if you want to look at it this way, you could teach the majority of the history of various nations through the various military conquests that they've gone through, because that literally dictates how various nations came to be. But look at that girl. She is smoking. Okay, that might be a little bit much for a tarantula, but she is beautiful. Look at that. And for those that came on here thinking that owning tarantulas is high school and remedial math, okay. Still think you'd kill it as a history teacher. Now, we don't have to do shit when it comes to extra care for this tarantula right now. What we should do is, look around, make sure nothing looks like there might be a spider in here. I see nothing but her webbing everywhere. She's been a little busy. You're going to 6th grade? Oh, have fun with that. I remember 6th grade. What was it? They taught kindergarten through middle school over in Vina Elementary in California. And let me tell you, our teacher was the shit. His name was Mr. Mack.
How many years was he your teacher?
He was our teacher for, I think, like 3 years. Might have been 2. Okay, it's hard to remember. Those years were a long time ago.
No, I mean I've never heard of.
Well, it was a very small school. Like he would teach half the class. The let's see, I think it was like fourth and fifth. He would teach fourth first, and then he would go and teach the fifth graders theirs. But in any case, God, I gotta remember that. In any case, he basically taught the middle school portion of it, while Mr. Westcoat taught the grade school, and then your name was Penny, taught like kindergarten through first.
I had a different teacher.
Was the original Game Boy. Oh, I believe it. There's when I was in freaking 6th grade. Shit. I'm trying to think. What was the hot command? Oh yeah, dirty magazines in the back of the school bus. That's what was in the that was what was in those days. That and releasing moths, like the uglier flutterbys, on school buses to freak out the bus drivers while we were traveling down the road at approximately 60 miles an hour. Yes, that shit was fun too. We did not have working internet on computers that we could get our hands on at the time. We were good little Mormon kids. Although my dad did do his best to incorporate Presbyterian teachings in, like he gave us a couple of chances to go to the Presbyterian church, because that's what we went to with our mom before he legally kidnapped us, is what we called it at the time. That's a fun one. So, oh, we had those magazines too.
Yeah, that's not anything.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And then I went home and had to deal with the National Geographic magazines. Oh my God. As a kid, those were my go-to. In any case.
So your mom discovered.
Until my mom discovered and freaking cut out all of what might be construed as too revealing of a photograph in the National Geographic.
Is that magazine why you had a thing for black girls for a while?
Maybe. Jesus. My wife giving away all my trade secrets upon this bitch. Alright, so anywho, where was I? Oh yeah. Wait. Oh yeah, now I remember. So a long time ago.
In the galaxy far, far away.
No. There says Aboriginal Tatas. That is all I had when I was living with my mom. In any case, and we had those for a long time. We had those magazines for like 4 years before she finally caught on. 2 years.
Did Micah miss out on a good portion of it?
Possibly. In any case, what happened was, back when we were still in California, we had a visitation with my father. And we had a lot of fun with my father at this visitation. It was a blast. When the visitation got done, as we were walking up, I apologized to my mom for having fun with my father, which the what was that? The supervised visitation person took note of, sent that to the judge, who went through the process of making an executive decision as to whether we should proceed to continue living with our mom or not. My apology prompted him to believe, which is kind of true, that my mother was convincing us kids that our father was a ne'er-do-well, which is not entirely wrong. So one day while we were in, I believe it was the 3rd grade, out over Columbia City, We got called into the office as kids, me and my younger brother. Got called into the office as kids, and when we got there were sheriff's deputies waiting for us. The sheriff's deputies handed us over to our father, and he whisked us away without getting to say goodbye to our mother or getting any provisions. As it turns out, there was a valid reason for this. They were worried that my mom would catch on and basically kidnap us back and whisk us off to somewhere else, which, as it turns out, is in fact something to be worried about, because my mom was setting up the checks that my dad was writing to try taking us off to Australia, which only failed because checks have an expiration date. So she saved and she saved and she saved, but half the checks that she saved that could have gone to something better, like for instance buying a fucking house at the time, because this is partially around the same time that the freaking stock market fell through. Okay. She just sat on it and did nothing. We could have been living La Vida Loca. We could have been like living the lavish lifestyle.
No, just your luck. If she did cash them, she would send most of it to the church.
No, she would not.
Really?
No. I tell you what, had she taken that money that my dad bent over backwards to get as a gold prospector in Northern California, we would have been so well off. But instead, things kind of rolled over, and we got to go live with our dad for a while, and it turns out he was not the individual that we were told he was. Lesson learned. And for all of you parents out there that are going through a divorce right now, to all the mothers and all the fathers, the one thing that I can tell you is that trying to teach the kids that your ex is the worst human on the planet is going to backfire in your face when they get to meet and get to know the individual. That sounds right. So don't do that. Try to co-parent. Nobody's perfect, but doesn't mean you need to go out of your way to bash somebody for your own sake. Now these are our Monocentropas balfouri tarantulas. The male is right there with his abdomen down. Look at that. He is just... Child, what are you doing? So we have the female down under the male, and the male dipping his abdomen down. Maybe that's kind of like him in a hammock. I'm trying to see if there are any areas that look like the male could have put a sperm web down. Phone. What the hell? That's weird. Alright, I'm gonna put some food down for these crickets. It's my second wife because my first wife was busy sleeping with other men while I was deployed. That's fucked. That is super fucked. I wish women that did that got what's coming. Like, seriously? You're off defending the country, deployed somewhere, and you turn around and you cheat? Like, bitch, if you're lonely, buy a vibrator. You mean people, right? What do you mean people? I'm so confused. With the whole, I hope they get what's coming to them? Yes, people. Oh, I didn't even do the whole segment. I got distracted by the dead crickets. Pretty sure they just needed food. Granted, I'm not trying to get them to reproduce in the cage, but keeping them alive longer in the cage is a good way to make sure the tarantulas stay fed. So, these tarantulas are Monocentropas balfouri. They are a Yemenese tarantula, typically found out on an island in Yemen, which, go figure, up until I owned the tarantulas, I didn't know was there. They are, since they're from Yemen, an old tarantula, which means they don't have the same urticating hair defenses that their New World counterparts managed to acquire over years of what can be described as evolution. Oh, take a breath. Some of you out there might be freaked out by the statement. It's okay. It's okay. For those that don't believe in evolution, what God willed for one, he did not will for another. There we go. Problem solved. Now, as you can see, we have the female on the bottom right here, and the male dangling his down right there. Now, before anybody gets any inkling that this is some humorous escapade right here of an estual nature, that's not the way that works for tarantulas. They do not have anything that one might construe as phallic in nature. Tarantulas go through a process. Okay, what they'll do is the male will go and seek out an area where he can crawl underneath one of the webs, deposit a load onto the bottom of the web, then charge scalps on the webbing, which he then uses after crawling underneath the female that is taking a somewhat of a threat pose type stance, and he will dab as they collab, so to speak. He will tickle her hell no, as one might say. Once they do that, so long as it takes, the female will start acting odd. If this is what my tarantula friend, the person that has sold us so many of the tarantulas that we own, he said if she proceeds to continue trying to court with him, then the initial pairing did not work, and she wants to go at it again. Now, the beautiful thing about Monocentropas balfouri is the fact that these critters aren't known to cannibalize frequently. So, what you get is the chance for them to do the dirty over and over and over and over and over again. That reminds me, these animals right here are actually what I'm doing my poem tonight about. I don't know if I got all the way through the poem. We go. Yes. Yes. It is time. What? All right. Now, the first two stanzas in this are just absolutely terrible, so bear with me. The Monocentropus balfouri seem to ignore the Lorfried when it comes to the typical gory story, where breeding leads to feeding, females deeming males is worth scheming toward reaming. For male spoods are food for the brood after they've screwed the female imbued with his goo. They act lewd, then get viewed as a dude fit to be stewed. But not this lot. Males are not thought to be caught after things get hot and are left to plot another shot. I prize these guys because they devise a way to colonize rather than cannibalize as they grow in size. They are known to have webs thrown over surfaces shown and will dig their own home where they are prone to condone sharing space with their own race while they chase others they face from their space in case they came to deface their place. You can find them malign, but we assign them as fine. Pets, we're inclined to combine with the numbers that line our room designed with pets in mind. These teas are an old world species, technically Yemenis, that sees others as enemies who'd seize said teas with ease. To appease need, so please. Respect their desire to protect their cage they connect to the life they're subject. Wow, I fucked up right there. Connect to the life they're subject to. What the fuck? You ever get like going on a poem and then all of a sudden you realize that you had a brain fart in the middle of it? Where's my goddamn pen? Oh my fucking god. Oh my god, I just read it wrong. Fucking different headspace. Respect their desire to protect the cage they connect to their life subject to your direct acts you elect to have effect. These eaters of insects, they'll often object to direct encounters, though I suspect one means merely to correct a defect they detect. Tarantulas won't understand that a woman or man's hand doesn't plan to leave them damned. They do what they can to disband said hand with a bite they'll land, as they demand the foe they've scanned be banned. It's about defense against foes they sense, whether small or immense they act intense, till the presence that makes them tense runs from said offense. They're prepared to bear fangs to scare those who dare lay a hair on their lair or breathe where said air makes them aware that there's potential despair. And when it comes to procreation, concentration during said situation determines whether their population becomes a complication or faces frustration. This is the tickle me Elmo situation that will go to make some throw out a hell no at a fellow out to grow spoods that bestow woe on arachnophobe one knows. Jesus. Fucking brain fart. I almost forgot that these guys are what we were focusing on. Oh, God. Hey guys, oh god, they're gonna get lovey comment section. Now, these guys are not what you'd call user-friendly. They do not appreciate one's attention. As a matter of fact, their version of contention prevention, as I mentioned, was you not trying to pose an intervention to anything that should cause apprehension. They don't know that there might be a problem. All they know is that when you go to deal with a problem, they need to go and defend their home against you. And so, you get tarantulas. Stop playing with the string! No! Jasper, no! No! In any case, when push comes to shove, these tarantulas are best suited simply to be admired, generally speaking, through the looking glass. Critter, do you sing on occasion?
Yes, he sings very good.
Says I sing very good. Every time I try singing on purpose, it sounds horrifying. So I sing terribly. Critter, well, it's almost 11. Oh no, Durs! Probably got to go to bed.
He's got to go home first.
Yeah. Oh my god, he's still at school. All right, here we go. We're going to do this again, and hopefully I don't kerfuffle it. The Monocentropus babbleri seem to ignore the lower freed when it comes to their typical gory story. Where breeding leads to feeding, females deeming males as worth scheming toward reaming. For males, spoods are food for the brood after they've screwed the female imbued with his goo. They act lewd, then get viewed as a dude fit to be stewed. But not in this lot. Males are not thought to be caught after things get hot and are left to plot another shot. I prize these guys because they devise a way to colonize rather than cannibalize as they grow in size. They are known to have webs thrown over surfaces shown, and will dig their own home where they are prone to condone sharing space with their own race while they chase others they face from their space in case they came to deface their place. You can find them maligned, but we assign them as a fine pet we're inclined to combine to the numbers that line our room designed with pets in mind. These teas are an old world species, technically Yemenis, that sees others as enemies, who'd seize their said teas with ease to appease needs, so please respect their desire to protect the cage they connect to the life subject to your direct acts you elect to have effect, these eaters of insects. They'll often object to direct encounters, though I suspect one means merely to correct a defect they detect. Tarantulas won't understand a woman or man's hand, doesn't plan to leave them damned. They do expand, said hand with a bite they'll land, as they demand the foe they've scanned be banned. It's about defense against foes they sense, whether small or immense they act intense, till the presence that made them tense runs from said offense. They're prepared to bear fangs to scare those who dare lay a hair on their lair, or breathe where said air makes them aware that there's potential despair. And when it comes to procreation, concentration during said situation determines whether their population becomes a complication or faces frustration. This is the Tickle Me Elmo situation that will go to make some throw out a hell no at a fellow out to grow spoods that bestow woe on arachnophobes one knows. Intro, outro. Oh, she's moving around. Look at her. She needs some food, though. That being said, she did let all those crickets perish. All right. She's going to start doing her whole climbing up the sides. So we got to put this down. No string left behind. What? Oh. All right. And we heard someone say that the cats were precious. Something along those lines. I think that we can go and nab one of them. I think that's perfectly acceptable.
I'm gonna say no to you too. Don't lick my leg.
Too late. Now, we got 6 likes. Everybody, we got 6 likes. Acid, did I tell you last night we got over 1,000 people to come on this chat? And we got Alf's ex. And there was no complications from that.
I think she joined like right at the end.
So, we can keep it civil despite exes being in the same room. Now, where are those fucking cats? Here, kitty,
Check the hallway. Where do you see 'em? They like hanging out.
I'm coming for you.
Because I'm at a spa drinking a green juice, and then I'm in a steakhouse eating opulent crab cocktail. It takes me to too many places.
It's a kitty. That was actually the most PG thing I think Alf has said in 2 months.
That you make his weenie rise?
Did I make his weenie stand? Kitty, kitty. Bye, Durs. Enjoy the parent-teacher night.
No, it's meet the teacher.
Parent-teacher, meet the teacher. It's the same thing.
So if I think kids come to meet the teacher.
Oh. Hi, baby. All right. Now. Time for doggos. Okay. Everybody, calm down. Just calm down. So we have Oliver here. That's the daddy. And we have Duchess here. That's the daughter. Oh, I hit the good spot. What? What? Was it too scratchy? What is this? Oh. All right, Duchess, bring it back. You're supposed to be a golden retriever. Oh my God, Oliver. Oh God, they're coming in. One barefoot bold look. It's called my toe itched. And if I scratched it through the sock, I'll put another hole in the sock and we can't do that anymore. I'm trying to play with you with my hand and you're going after my toe. What did my toe ever do to you? Hey. Shit stick. What did my toe ever do to you? Kids, you're supposed to bring it back so I can throw it in. Whoop. Kitty, kitty. Go get him. Oliver. Good boy. Oh gosh. Duchess is gonna need all the attention. You know, you actually got to stay long enough for me to get you on camera. Okay. There we go. Get your baby. This is what you wanted all day. And then she got in trouble because when I came in, she started tearing at my clothes with those nails. You know, she tore the pocket out of one of my work pants before. Yes, she did. Little terror.
Her nails be trimmed bad.
Something tells me that's something we're going to be doing on Friday. Yeah? How about this? How about this? Yeah? This what you want? Look how tall you're standing. Look how tall you're standing. Good girl. All right. I got to get back to taking care of pets.
Taking care of what?
Pets.
They're like, we are the pets.
Yeah, but you're not the pets I need to take care of. Good boy. Go on. All right. Oh. No back pain. We're good. Really testing it out today. Oliver is the goodest boy. Well, he can pretend to be, but we all know he's scheming for world domination with those adorable looks. He's plotting for our demise. Right, boy? He's just wagging his tail. I don't know what you're saying, but I'm attention.
Alphonse Wolfie.
You want Wolfie? God. Well, he is chilling in his... Hi, Wolfie. You know, Wolf, you could have come out and gotten some scritches. Little goofball. All right.
Oliver, my foot does not like to bend that way.
All right. And yes, I am civil with my kid's mom. I could tell.
I'm pretty civil with my kid's dad.
I'm so confused.
What?
Are you talking about Oliver?
Yep. The bye-byes.
Look at this big, beautiful tarantula. So this is a Lasiodora parahabana, or a salmon pink bird-eating tarantula. I read somewhere that this species is supposed to be the third largest species tarantula in the world. No. How do I know that it's not? Because the Theraphosa exists. And for those that don't know, here, let me get something to stabilize this so that when I go on my little tangent, I'm not waving this around as I'm explaining things. Y'all gonna get seasick. Blame. Okay. Here we go. For those that don't know, the Theraphosa are three separate species, or three separate subspecies of the same general species. There's the Theraphosa blondie, Theraphosa burgundy, and the Theraphosa apophysis. Okay? The Theraphosas all get about the size of your standard dinner plate. We're talking the big sons of bitches. All right, like over 12-inch leg span for female. This critter might get 11 inches. All right, she's gonna be big, no doubt, but she is not going to be Theraphosa size. So when I read that the Lasiodora parahabana is the third largest tarantula, I laughed a little bit. Almost cried some. Because, oh nay nay, that's not okay. When individuals go and talk about one being the third largest, they need to really take into consideration the verbiage that they are spewing out onto the internet, because people will take that seriously. Honestly. Like, some people need to pump the info breaks, for goodness sake. Lasiodora parahabana seems to be a species, at least in our care, that seems to have calmed down quite a bit in its adult years. She went from being cantankerous, moody, throwing urticating hairs, giving threat poses, to being a big, beautiful tarantula that on occasion lets me pet her abdomen without throwing urticating hairs, without freaking out. We gave her a makeshift beginner den to start trying to burrow. She decided to opt out. The individual from Pacific Northwest Arachnids, who we typically buy the majority of our arachnids from, said that this kind of behavior is not abnormal. Adult Lasiodora parahabanas tend to take to the surface after they get to a certain size. Now, her dirt is already looking pretty moist, so we are going to leave it and move on. I really hope that was a dog hair. If that was a tarantula web that came out of one of my spooter's butts. Yuck. Okay, maybe not the butt, the spinneret, but close enough. Okay. All right. You ready? This is our other little monster. Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? Ooh. Tummy rub. I like stuff. Oh my God, I saw, speaking of stuff, a post, and it's a post that's been reposted and reposted and reposted. Somebody took a picture of a black widow up in the corner by their front door that had a mouse and or small rat trapped in a black widow webbing, with the black widow like kind of a little divot up in the corner. She had like 3 egg sacs. And the caption was, "My father's trying to figure out how to take care of this." And of course there were people in the comment section that were like, "Oh, the house belongs to the spider now." Or, "You just go and hit it with some hairspray and light a match." I said, what you need to do is put that sumbitch in a deli cup and ship it to me, because I will raise it and have it on my life. And it is a slow night. It happens, dude. It happens. Sometimes we can't always be famous. No, not always. There's probably something important going on right now. Maybe a politician somewhere is getting themselves in a mess. But I love making Critter nervous. Oh, fuck.
It is pretty easy to do.
Oh, honey, don't help him. When the two of you collab together, it's like, it's disaster for me. Okay. And tomorrow, hopefully, we'll start doing a workout. Let you guys know how my back handles tonight. Last night was fucking terrible. I kept waking up to the same old back pain that I've been dealing with for the last week, 2 weeks. Wake up, shift position, go back to sleep, wake up again because I rolled over, got into a position my back didn't like, which prompted me to wake up. I was like a rotisserie chicken all night long, just flopping around like a fish out of water. I'm surprised I didn't wake my wife up. It's ridiculous. And the doctor said, oh, it's probably just a pinched nerve or a spasming muscle. I'm just like, I didn't know that a pinched nerve could make you not breathe anymore on your back because of the pain. The other day, I was literally walking around gasping for air. You was a rotisserie chicken because Mrs. Critter had you on the spit. You motherfucker. Alright, so this is our Asian forest scorpion. It is one of the most common animals that you will find in the pet trade. Pretty much every single exotic animals expo that you will go to, there will be at least, but probably more than, one person selling this particular species. And sometimes that does not bode well for the species because there are some individuals out there that will literally have these wild caught. And wild caught animals do tend to have a few hiccups. For instance, many people out there wind up freaking out because the scorpion that they hadn't gone and put in with any males turned out to be pregnant. I wonder how that could happen. It's almost like the scorpion showed up pre-pregnant, as if it had already done the deed. Yes, how could that happen? How could that be overlooked? Petco. Indeed, how? Yeah, but not this species, not according to what I read online. Which means individuals literally had to get them. Either the person selling them had them cohabiting with the opposite gender, or they came in pregnant because they were wild caught. Everyone asleep, lol. Look at that. So this is biofluorescence. It is a chemical reaction that occurs between the exoskeleton of the scorpion and the black light that we're using. Another good thing to use black lights for: crime scene detection. Wait, where is it? Right there. Yummy. Kind of makes you want to burn the house down, but don't, because you love the house. Wonder what happened if I went and swabbed for DNA over there. What would we find? Hey, Gio. Yes. I know it's a slow night. There's one thing I can't wait for. Taking a handful of pills and then falling the fuck to sleep. That sounds amazeballs. I walked 15 miles today. By God, if I don't get some sleep, I'm going to be super pissed. Because usually speaking, that's what gets me into that deep, deep slumber. Baby mama said I may offend people. May offend people? Oh, ow. Dude. Bro. Seriously. There is no merit. The red dot antics that you carried out last night. Whew. That'll get you to what is that? Cancel status online, my dude. Canceled with a capital C.
Not a capital K.
At least people that know me know what to expect. Terrible. He's like, I have already come to accept what I am, and I will not change to become what I am not. So buckle up, bitches. Mildly, hey Lotus, how's it going? Remember, folks, like and subscribe. It's water time. It's 9:15. Not bad. Not bad at all. It was pissing down rain today. It was raining so hard while I was driving down the road that I could not find the road in front of me today. I had to use the force. I was like, is that the ditch I'm sensing? Is that vibrations? Am I writing Braille right now? Smells a little deathy. Might want to ease on over to the left. Yeah, I got the left right. Ease on over. It was crazy, and the clouds themselves were like black. It was incredible. It was front porch sitting weather if it had been in front of my porch, which it wasn't. It was between here and Scappoose. So I gotta. Why does Justin have to be involved in that? Alf, for those that are going to see this after the live end, says, I've got to go drop a hot mud cobbler. Where's Justin? That's not a group activity. Friends, that is exactly the opposite of a group activity. You don't sit on toilets back to back and shit.
Yeah, it depends on the couple.
No, does not depend on the couple. What in the criminal minds is going on here?
Got myself choked up. You know something I have to do in this game? I have to find animal poo
You know,
to make a clean
Alf.
house.
Oh, come on, Lotus. Why you gotta take it that far? Why you gotta take it that far? What would possess you to be like, huh? He sits on him. Ugh. Besides, I was about to say, Alf, with all the butt stuff that you do,
Or at least talk about.
with all the butt stuff that you do, I just kind of imagine when you got to shit, it just, you know, done. Kind of just falls out. Motherfucker. Apparently, I missed a few things on the Discord. Yes. Yes. Probably for the best, not gonna lie.
I read some of it.
Of course, the dude with that voice mentions Portland. Anyway, you'll need a whole bowl, not a cup. That reminds me. So, apparently, all the digestive problems that I've had in the past, from drinking primarily, not an issue anymore. Stood up the other day, looked down, and I said, oh dear God, that came out of me. Figured that my digestion was working just fine now. Guess who's out of this cage? Guess who's out of It's Wolfie! Oh! Yeah, the Wolfie.
Yeah, the way we do it on the truck, let's kind of handle that too.
Ooh! He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Yes, well, I figured since y'all were making it awkward for me, I just returned the favor. Welcome to Critter Cult After Hours. You got me to say it, guys. Gosh darn it, cats. All right, so next, I really should just change the name of this to that. Next, got these guys right here. We got our... She's had so many kids taken away, she'd be called Mrs. Oh my God, Alf. Miscarriage. Alf, bad. How do you not get the reference? Oh my God. How is it that Gio's the most innocent?
Hey, I didn't get it either.
Okay, well. I'm just slow. Don't. It's the Tangled Cannon. By the way, for those that are new here, feel free to like and subscribe. It's not always going to be interesting. I can't. Motherfucker, those are my nunchucks.
Think March can finally get it?
Hi-ya! Oh, oh, yeah. Oh, Jesus, this is so adorable. Guys. Where'd he go? Oh, fuck. Oliver, go! The kitty wants it so bad. What can you do? Whoop! 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 Now that I've shown off my dirty floor and apparently my dirty windows, oh Lord, Alf. Yes, in fact, Gio, you leave it alone. It's not for you to play with. That's for me.
Bounces.
My toy. Hey. You found some what?
Animal pool. I needed to build stuff in this game.
My wife's looking for animal poo. Luckily, it's in a video game. All right, so next up, Ginger bastard. Every day, bitch. Duchess, get out of here. Ow. All right. So, by the way, for those that might have a problem with the way that the current thumbnail looks, I fucking tried, guys. I tried my best to get that Meta AI to give me a good tarantula scene. We're lucky it looks like a tarantula in my hand right there. And yes, it's mochi right there. And if you're wondering what that gunk is, that is Vaseline. Yes, that kind of Vaseline. It is an effective barrier against ants trying to get into a tank. Yes, ants have infested my... How? Like, why? I still... The time that the ants infested Little Guy's tank, I understand because the cats were like picking up bits of their food and for some fucked off reason dropping it through the grates in the top of his cage. But Mochi's tank? Really? He did a while ago. That's why he's got Vaseline around the edges. Yes. Well, the hair looks cool. The tarantula looks like it's not even holding onto my hand. I was just like, I gotta give it. Gotta keep it. Because at least it looks like a tarantula and not some monstrosity. What you doing? It's not necessarily a stress curl. That's a I'm sleeping curl. She's got herself a little tree growing right there. Look at that. Ah, yes. Decor. Do I think Trevor has turned his life around? No. As a matter of fact, I bet money that he has become far more sinister than he was before. Trevor turned around for Tyrone. Sounds like he's in prison. Potentially. That or he's in Portland. But considering his smug attitude, prison. Is the lizard out right now? The lizard is currently sleeping off the food that I gave it yesterday. She is not out right now. All right. Kid, leave me alone. Duchess, get out of here. Oh my God. Yeah, she is sleeping. Hi, Gio. Now. And since it is an alligator lizard, we don't go and try to force interactions with it. Alligator lizards do not particularly care for human interactions. Hey, baby. You're starting to look a little bit thin on the back end, my friend. Wrong emoji? Yeah, I would hope so. So this is Elasiocyano sazamai. Once referred to as a Pteranopelma sazamai, this tarantula is a smaller terrestrial breed, New World, as you can see. It is missing some of its urticating or abdomen hairs. Those were used to try to deter me from trying to catch this little fella after he bolted while we were trying to clean out his cage. It was ineffective. I still managed to nab him after he started doing laps around my body. Yes, as you can see, he has a little bit of purple in his color scheme. They are called Brazilian blue violets. And she, oh my God. Look at that beautiful tarantula. We're going to be getting some crickets this weekend. Sometimes we can get some of these guys to eat the roaches, but we're hoping now that we've given the roaches a cleaner environment, the flavor will be deemed more suitable. Didn't I put a cricket in here? Maybe one of the pigment I got him. All right. I'm not gonna lie, freaking weed. After all the pain and bullshit through, weed has sounded so good, but I am not allowed to partake because on the federal level it got banned, and because it's banned on the federal level, I, as a security officer, cannot partake. Fellers, that needs the brakes. I must be a good noodle. I must remain devout to the sober life. Technically, I can drink, but no, I can't. Because the person that I am when I drink is not somebody that I want to be. And I killed that motherfucker. He dead. Oklahoma about to get recreational. Well, no, Oregon, it's legal on the state level to partake in marijuana. However, if it pops positive during your UA or your drug, like your saliva drug test, you're going to get fired because it's still illegal on the federal level. Call me if you want me. Okay, Gio. Get some sleep, buddy. What time is it? It's 9:30. Feels like it's midnight. That's what sleep deprivation does, kids. Not the best trip in the world, let me tell you. What Oregon did differently is they basically managed to legalize all substance use for like, I think it was 2 years before people realized that that radical switch did not do what they said it was going to do. They said that they were going to offer up a kind of like drug counseling whilst pretty much making it legal to do substances out in the open. And yeah, it got fucking crazy here in Oregon. It was not good. Not good for the longest time. And while I do condone the legalization of marijuana because it does not affect the human body like any other substances do, the hard substances should have stayed very much illegal. Now, the tarantula I just showed you was a Harpictira pulchripes. It is an arid species tarantula typically found in the wilds of Africa. They're like out in the grasslands, close to deserts. They're terrestrial. They like to live on or under the ground. The way this critter's going, I would almost consider it to be fossorial because he is spending the majority of his time underground as an adult, which does beg the question, is this an adult male or is this somehow a juvenile and it's just incredibly slow growing? It's just fine by me because a slow growing tarantula is a tarantula that you are going to have for longer periods of time. I do not recommend people go and rush the growth of tarantulas. That is called power feeding. And power feeding can take a male tarantula that you wanted to spend years with and only give you months. What the fuck was that? All right. It is so. I can hear myself think. I don't like hearing myself think. It's mostly me worrying that I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight. All right. Okay, that can go up there. There. Get everything ready. Really clean. All right. So we went out and we converted the old male orange head cage into the new dubia domicile, giving them more space to roam free. Child, what are you doing? Okay, so this is definitely some interesting behavior. We have two males doing the dirty with each other. I did not think that those would be able to fit. Alrighty then. That is confusing to say the least. What is this right here? Why are you guys? Okay, I'm starting to think you guys are not getting enough heat. Which doesn't make any sense. Except maybe that you were further off of the ground. Okay. Hey. Here you go. Yeah, they're two males that managed to link up. Did not know that was possible. Well, little concerning. I have to keep an eye on that. Gotta find a way to keep them off the ground.
Which ones?
The doobies.
Too cold?
Too cold.
What about? I was thinking where that litter box is.
That could work. But then where's the litter box go? That would work. Once everything's put away, we'll go and set it up over here. All right. Yes, Alf, the males are docking. Thank you for putting it so eloquently. That
Males
is
are what?
docking. We have two males that are doing the no-no
Oh.
together, forcibly. And now they're stuck.
Like dogs get?
Yes.
Oh, look, who's at the edge of the cage?
Mm-hmm. She's hungry. She wants more crickets. Which I kind of wish we could have gotten this weekend. All right. By the way, remember how you were worried that there was still one male left?
Yeah.
Orange Head Colony?
Yeah.
There was.
Just one.
Just one.
Hear that, hun? They're coming after you.
Gosh darn it, they found out our secret.
Alf, you better hide too.
What the fuck?
Well, it's your now secret, right?
No! Not everything has to include Al. Jesus. It'd be fucked up if they actually knocked on our door.
If they had knocked on our door, I'd ask what you want to do.
Sounds like a high-speed chase. Gio, that's messed up.
Ambulance.
Fucking Jesus.
What's that?
Technically, I believe yes. Where are they heading towards Scappoose?
Yeah. Where's my phone?
We gotta clean out the alligator lizards. Oh shit. We'll find a better place for the dubias in due time. Orange head roaches I'm not too worried about because they can handle the colder temps. There we go. How am I sure Alf is not?
Oh, trust us. Alf is. Oh, wait.
I never said Alf wasn't. Yep. When's the last time the dogs ate?
There's still food in one of the dishes.
Alright.
Okay, I need you to do me a favor.
What?
Heavy box, can you put it up on the TV tray or something?
Heavy box?
Bottom box.
Oh, that resin?
Resin, energy drinks, box bags, ZzzQuil.
Alright. Now,
Yeah, I had to. Fuck. What?
Put it in wrong.
What are you doing?
Oh, right. I was going to clean out little guy's water. Not little guy. Rex's.
Okay. Bags. Those treats.
Huh?
Okay. I got a couple things out.
Alf is quite damaged. If you followed his Facebook, you'd understand. But
Maybe I need to friend request him.
what?
How's it look?
Like you lacerated your finger, but it's looking better.
Oh shit. This was not all the way, hun.
What?
Oh wait, there's nobody in
There's
there.
nobody in there.
Whew, freaked myself
I want
out.
to pass some paper towel. Oh, come on, dogs. Water is so everywhere. Need a towel. These idiot dogs are making a fucking mess. Oh, we knew that. All right. All right. All right, guys. It has been fun, but it's time to say, have a good night, stay safe, and remember, I better not see you on the news unless it's good news. Like and subscribe.
Morning. You have it in here. Don't forget to close the alligator.